So today we'll be continuing to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. In the last episode, we saw a couple of things happening, and I have to fix something really quick. But starting off over here, we saw that the pink team expanded a lot in the last episode. Well, all of this really, but we'll be seeing some more stuff by them. We also saw a really big war taking place up here, all the way from the red team up here down to the tip of the yellow team. But yeah, we'll see more continuations there. We saw the formation of the this alliance, the Diamond Alliance, and well, I'll tell you about this later. But yeah, we saw those two come back, and then we saw the start of one of the biggest wars of the series when the red team decided to invade the blue team. Now, if you guys do like this episode, please make sure to like and subscribe. We are almost to 200 subscribers. Let's try to get there. But, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Starting off right here. Oh, sorry. We see that the pink team continues to explore these areas right in here, and they completely discover this river. But they continue to try to get out of the desert as well. It is not very easy to live down here. But they do manage to discover a lot of these lands. However, they're not going to claim any yet. But yeah, we see a lot of exploration being done there. And we see that up here, we see, well, a bunch of little microstates doing exploring, as well as a little bit of the dark blue team. But yeah, we see that almost all of Alteron is discovered, besides these mountains and this, whatever's here. But now, let's go back down to the pink team, as we see that they will continue exploring into the waters, and well, this is pretty good as they discover another island right here, and yeah, it's going pretty good for them, and they are now getting very close to this continent, but they continue to go out, and especially over here, if my mouse will work, we see that these guys start to explore a little bit, even though they are in the middle of an enormous war. But we see that over here, the little guys decide to explore a little bit because, well, they're little and they want to find some more land. But the pink team continues to explore down south even more. And now they're getting very close to this continent. But before we get to that, we see that this dark grayish green country, I don't really know what you call it, they discover this island, and they continue to go down, and they discover a couple more islands. Pretty good for them. But yeah, we see that they have discovered a lot of water. Let's just make this better like this. Boom. But they discover a lot of water, and now with the help of the green team, they start to come in and start to explore waters as well, as well, it's super hot down here. Even though they are making little success, not very much, as it is super hot. But down here, the orange team is making the most success as they go up this river and eventually reach the end of it and start to discover quite a bit of land. We see that they even go up, but they don't make contact with any other outside invasion, or sorry, not invasion, force, or like country, because, well, all the other countries are connected somehow, but the orange country is still the only unknown nation. That is, if the pink team did not just land on the new continent, as we see that the pink team ships and forces have finally landed on this continent after such a long time. But wait, there's somebody here. Now, they start to go around, and they see that these guys are actually all over the coast. Their relations are mixed. Like, some people are like, okay, these guys are weird, let's just kill them and take their land. But others are like, okay, this is new, and we are the only ones who know about this, so screw the other guys. But they will continue, and oh, there's another one. There are two countries on this continent. But when they go into like this little part, they find a whole entire civilization right here. Now, when they do find these guys, what do they do exactly? Well, that's the thing, they do absolutely nothing. Now, before I get further into it, I'm gonna put a ton of major cities down. Perfect. But now we see that the pink team just discovered a bunch of new nations, the yellow team being the oldest of which. This I don't remember who this was from. This was an idea by one of the viewers. But yeah, very cool for them. What's not so cool? The pink team invading this country, as we see that pink team forces start to invade into the purple country right here. These guys are really weak. They just formed, and they don't stand a chance. As we see that they start to collapse everywhere, as the pink team military overwhelms them. But then we're gonna see something else happening. The pink team is not gonna stop there. They're going to send their forces into the dark gray country. And well, these guys barely have an army. I mean, they have an army. It's just the pink team is like way superior to them. Like most of their military assets are right over here in these three cities. Uh, but yeah, they really don't care about military, mostly navy. So they will be able to like bombard pink team forces. However, let's be honest, that is not going to contain them. The pink team is a super strong country at this point. I'll probably have to do power rankings again because they've definitely grown on that. But they continue their invasions of the dark gray country. And well, they're going to be doing something else too. We're going to see that they start sending their militaries through the deserts to try to infiltrate the green team, or I guess the dark green team or grayish green team somewhere else. And well, they are doing exactly that as their military forces start to move up and around. And well, now they completely border them over here. And their military start to move along with their actual military force right here. And they eventually start another campaign over here, and they capture one of their very major military assets. Now, these guys, what are they gonna do? They're all cowards, and they're gonna go, oh, let's just evacuate all of our guys, and let's just make this very populated city right here. Uh, what are you doing, guys? But anyway, um, yeah, they are idiots, and now they are going to die for it. As we see that pink team forces continue to move over, and now they are starting to take a lot of land as all these guys' people just decided to run away. And it's to this point where the last ships are leaving this major city, and well, what do? Um, they literally just set a bunch of dynamite in it, and a bunch of stuff explodes, but who really cares? The pink team just conquered your whole territory. Now, what about over here? Well, oh, that's gray team now. They just decided to unify with the gray team. However, the pink team will not be able to infiltrate this capital city because it is a fortress. But yeah, that's the whole thing. Now let's take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, um, oh, that's great, pink team. Oh, you just like quintupled in size. And well, yeah, you just saw the peace treaty, and well, now one country does not exist anymore. However, these guys are going to be able to stay as a island state now. And yeah, good luck. But now it's time for the moment you guys have all been waiting for. This big war up here. I probably won't start it in this episode because I have to end in like 15 minutes. But or actually it's probably less than that. But these guys are going to be getting some more allies, which brings me back to the Alliance layer finally. Now, just got to turn these guys off. Now in the Alliance layer, I told you guys about, well, I didn't tell you, but I showed you that the if I can get this size, we see that the Square Alliance is back to back up the red team in this battle. Now a couple of countries are going to be joining this, but most notably we see the blue team, the purple team right over here, and weirdly enough, the orange team for some random reason. But we see that the Square Alliance has just grown, and well, how are they gonna just hold these guys? I have no idea. But now they're not the only ones getting allies. Let's just get back. Is this? Yeah, the Octagon Alliance. But now, a couple of big ones are gonna be joining the blue team. First of all, we see that for some reason the Lime team decides to join. Kind of weird, but I guess not really. We see that the Dark Cyan team joins as they do not like these guys. However, they're probably just dead from this. And then we even see the Gold team. They're gonna join because, well, why not? You guys just lost like all of your land to both these guys and the Gray team. But then, weirdly enough, the Gray team is going to join the Octagon Alliance. The Gray team has took a step away from their allies right up here, who used to be their allies at least, and now they have just went against them. And now this is a pretty even playing field. But yeah, just really different. Definitely did not see that coming. But now one more thing is gonna happen on this layer, and well, there is just gonna be a little person leaving, and that is the pink team. Why is the pink team leaving? You might ask. Because while all of this was happening, we see that they were exploring the ocean, and well, not like underneath the ocean or anything, but while they were exploring, the pink team had wasted a bunch of resources on this, like probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, that's a little bit extreme, but they spent thousands of dollars, which in this time would be probably billions in real life. But yeah, they spent a lot of money on this project trying to discover the whole world. And well, now they're like, what if it's all just a big sphere and it just comes back? What's the point of that? And they're also like, it also could just be an endless ocean and we're on an island. And these guys are like, okay, you can leave if you want to. So, we see that the pink team leaves the alliance, and well, that probably will come back to bite them. But yeah, that is basically it for alliances right now. Like, I lied. That is definitely not it for alliances. I just need to turn this brush down really quick. But besides this war up here, another war is going to break out over here in Alteron. And this war is going to start when we see pink team forces crossing over into the green team territory. Along with this, we see blue team forces infiltrating the green team territory. Sorry, not infiltrating, just occupying. But we see that they jointly start to occupy these territories. And what's gonna happen with this? Yeah, this is what's gonna happen. We see that across the green team front, that many countries are gonna start their invasions. Down here, we see that the orange team starts an invasion right over here, and they immediately start to threaten a major city, and they will capture it. But just like this, I mean, I guess you could technically call it World War One, except because it's kind of like the world is at war, because it's like these countries across the known world, but it's not going to be called World War One. It's just going to be called the Great War. Or actually, I don't know. You guys can make a name. But over here, we see that pink team, or whatever you want to call it, forces, start to pile into the green team territory and seize almost 2 major cities within a couple of weeks. Now, within these couple of weeks, message is starting to get to the green team. Invading forces, well, have started to invade. But that is not the only team. Those are not the only countries invading, as even the dark blue team will start an invasion and connect up with their exclave for the first time in a very long time. This is going to officially start the Great Green Rebellion, or not really a rebellion, but the Great Green War and the Great Alteran War. That's what I'm gonna call it. Unless you guys want a different name for it. But if you guys do want a different name, just tell me. But for the very, very last event in this episode, something really weird is gonna happen. Despite already being in a war, we see that the blue team right over here joins the Square Alliance? Yeah, what is going on? We see that the blue team joins the Square Alliance, even though they are already in a war, and not very far away is the second strongest country in the world. And well, I just think these guys are stupid, and also they looked really bad on the map, so let's try to get rid of them. They'll probably survive though. But that is gonna do it for today's episode. I really hope you guys liked it. I will make another one probably tomorrow, and then yeah, we're gonna be seeing this war continue along with the Great Green War, and then this whatever over here. But if you guys did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe. All the support is greatly appreciated. I will see you guys in the next one.